Good morning, guys. Welcome to the channel, Living Life. I'm Deb, and today before I get started with my work day, I wanted to show you what we are preparing for dinner this evening. I don't know how many of you have ever tried corned beef, like the corned beef and cabbage that you get around St. Patrick's Day. Well, I'm going to show you a little shortcut on how you can turn a corned beef into pastrami. That's right, pastrami. I was reading and found this recipe, and we really like it. It is actually, when you buy a corned beef, it is actually a beef brisket that has been brined, and then when you buy it in a package, you know, you take it out and it already has all of the spices and everything in it. Well, what you do is you take a corned beef. This happens to be about a 4-pound piece of brisket, or corned beef as they call it. And you open up the package, you rinse it really, really well in cold water. And then what you want to do is you want to put it in a container and you want to soak it overnight in, I think they say like 8-12 hours, and soak it in the cold water, and that just helps pull all of that salty brine out of the corned beef. And then what we're going to do is I am going to pat it real dry, and then I have already prepared a pastrami rub. I will link the recipe in the description, but it has coriander, it has smoked paprika in it, it has coarse ground pepper in it, it has, let's see, I've got garlic powder in it. The one thing that we don't need in it, since it's already been brined, is salt. Do not add salt to this mixture or you're going to have a salty beef. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this rinsed off one more time, pat it really dry, and then I'm going to use a yellow mustard as a binder, and that will help keep all of our spices on. And then we're gonna pop this meat in the smoker, let it smoke all day. So let me get started. There is one other thing that I do put in the dry rub, and that is ground mustard. I already put these together last night so that I would be prepared to get this done today. So let me get started by rinsing all of this meat off and getting it all patted dry so I can get my mixture on it. Now when we smoke this is a 4-pound brisket. It is a flat brisket. And we are going to smoke this, it's about an hour and a half to 2 hours per pound. So it's going to smoke probably 7-8ish hours before we're totally done. But again, I will link the recipe and all of the directions in the description. And this is just to help absorb some of that salty brine that the meat was in. And also so that I can apply my mustard and dry rub and have it all adhere. I just wanted to get an early start today before I started work. That way I could get all this done and in the smoker and have it done at a decent time. And then what we're going to do before we put this on the smoker is we are going to we're going to let it set at room temperature while we get our smoker all prepared also. So let's get this rub all on the meat. Okay, so we're starting off by just putting on some mustard. And I don't know how many of you are familiar with mustard as a binder, but you won't taste the mustard. It just acts like a glue, just so that all of your spices and your rub will stick. Okay. All right. You just rinse hands off here. Right, then when you apply your rub, you just want to make sure that you get all on the sides and you really pat that rub on the sides of the meat, on the bottom of the meat. As a matter of fact, I probably should have started with the bottom, but that's all right. When we place this in the smoker, we just want to make sure that it has set so that it reaches room temperature. It is not a necessity, but it just helps. And you want to give this a real good coating. This is going to make an awesome pastrami. Got the rye bread all prepared, and we are ready for yummy sandwiches today. Now this rub that I made, the amount that I made is about for a 4-pound, which is what this is. I think this is just shy of, or I'm sorry, it is just a shy bit above 4 pounds. So, but you really want to coat it really well. All right, we're gonna have a little bit left, but I think that is good. Alrighty guys, so we are going to let this sit at room temperature. Let me get you up here. We're gonna let this sit at room temperature and while we get our smoker all prepared, and then I'll bring you back and we'll put this thing in the smoker and we'll show you what we got. Okay guys, so we have the smoker up to 225, which is what you want to cook it at or smoke it at. And I am going to put the brisket in, and we are going to put, the brisket comes with the corned beef, I'm sorry, comes with a fat cap, and you want to put the fat part of the beef up. So let me get this put in, and I have got a probe here because we want our internal temperature to come up to 165 before we are going to wrap the meat in butcher paper. You can use aluminum foil, we use butcher paper. At 165 we're going to wrap it, and then we are going to put it back in the smoker, continue smoking until our meat reaches between 203 and 205 degrees. So let's get it in. All right, guys, so there you have it. We're gonna let this baby just smoke till we see the temperature on the probe reach 165. Alrighty, guys, so the temperature of my meat is at 165. So I am going to take it out. I'm gonna wrap it in our butcher paper here. Gonna put the probe back in, put the meat back in the smoker, and then we're gonna wait till the meat reaches between 203 and 205 is your ideal temperature. So I've got it weighted down a little bit here because it's a little bit breezy. The temperatures are awesome. It is like 63 degrees here today, which is unseasonably warm, but it is a little bit breezy, but that's all right. I'll take it. As you can see out here, the snow is melting. I love it. So let's get this meat off and then get it over here and get it wrapped up. Wow, this looks wonderful. Let me get the smoker closed back up while I'm wrapping it. All right, so I am gonna put the fat cap down, which are right here, or I'm sorry, yeah, fat cap down. That way when we flip it over, we're still gonna have it. So I am gonna put it here, make sure it's tucked really well. And close the sides up here. And I am no professional, so I just want to make sure that it is sealed nice here and tight. Alright, then I am gonna stick my probe right back in the center of the meat so that way we can get a nice accurate reading, and then we're gonna place it back in our smoker. All right, perfect, guys. So we've got it back in the smoker. We're gonna wait till the meat gets to 203, 205. We're gonna take it off. We're gonna let it rest for a little bit. And then we're gonna slice into it and make some awesome pastrami sandwiches later. Alrighty, guys, just finished working out in the shop, so perfect timing. Our temperature just reached 205. I'm gonna take the meat out, leave it wrapped in the butcher paper, wrap it up in the towel, and then I'm gonna place it in a cooler, and we're gonna let our meat rest for about an hour. Oh, it is smelling good, guys. Right, gonna wrap it up real good in our towel, and then we are just gonna place it right down in the cooler, close the lid, and we're gonna let it rest for about an hour. Letting the meat rest with it wrapped up like this is going to help redistribute the juices that are in the inside, so we should get a perfectly juicy, awesome pastrami when we're all done. So we'll see you back in about an hour. All right, guys, our meat has been resting for an hour. I just took it out. We're gonna unwrap it. I'm gonna slice it up. I've got my stuff here prepared to make our sandwich, and we're gonna check it out. Let's start by unwrapping. Oh, wow. This is looking good. Oh, my word. This looks so good. All right. Get this over here. All right. So we're going to get this sliced up. Let me get you down here where you can get a better view. All right. We gonna try oh wow, oh, this looks awesome. I know the trick, which I never seem to get it right, is to slice it as thin as you can get it. But look at this folks. Doesn't that look wonderful? All right, I am gonna cut enough here to get a sandwich made, and then we are gonna check this out. Oh yeah. All right. Let me take these gloves off. I just had them on while I was taking the meat out and getting it cut up, but I am gonna take these off. All right. Let me get you over here where you can check this out. Right. I have got some rye bread, so we are going to get a little bit of spicy brown mustard or Dijon mustard. Let's get a little bit spread on here. All right. Now, I am not sure how many of you like sauerkraut, but I did pick up some sauerkraut. It's kind of one of those options you can leave out or try. I'm actually going to try the sauerkraut on my sandwich. So first, I am going to grab a couple of slices of this meat. Oh yeah, this looks so good, guys. And it smells wonderful. I'm going to put another piece on here. Right, then I have got some sliced cheese. And again, this is something you can leave off if you want, but I am trying the cheese. I am going to put a little bit of this sauerkraut on here. There we go. Put a little more of the spicy mustard here on top. I guess it probably would have been a little easier just to leave it in the bottle and just squirt it on top, but all right. Here we go. Get this cut in half. Can't forget our dill pickles for the side. All right, guys, here we go with the true taste test. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That right there is an awesome pastrami sandwich. Oh my gosh. I wish you guys could taste this, but if you follow my recipe and you follow the directions, you could have the same thing I've got sitting right here. And let me tell you, it is well worth the try. All right, guys. If you've liked the video that I've shared with you guys today, if you want to try it, like I said, I'm going to leave the recipe along with the directions all in the description. And you really need to check it out. And if you've liked the video that I've shared with you guys today, if you could just give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, share, and if you have any comments or any suggestions on the recipe, just throw them in the comments below, and I'd be happy to answer any of your questions. So, well guys, thanks again for watching today, and we'll see you on the next one, guys. Have a great rest of your day.